Yo, what is up guys? It is currently Christmas Eve and like every year I'm absolutely buzzing for Christmas. Love it. And places looking rather Christmassy. I'm looking rather Christmassy. Still repping for Freestyle though. And today I thought I would just take the time to answer some of the questions that I didn't get around to answering in my previous Q&A. So, in no particular order, but DFS asks, what is your favourite freestyle shoe and official match ball? Favourite ball, I think, goes without saying, it is the red and white Teamgeist. And favourite shoe, however, God, not so easy to answer. There's a lot of different pros and cons to every shoe. So for me, I guess favourite, I would say, would have to be the Elastico Finale 2s. Purely because when I got them, they were kind of revolutionary at the time and just kind of like I felt like they took my lowers to like a new level. They were a really good classic shoe, really enjoyed them. Shame they didn't last very long though. Lathan_freestyle asks, would you say freestyle has an extremely deep learning curve? I gotta be brutally honest, I'm not entirely sure what is meant by that. But if it's what I think you mean, then it does get to a stage when you're freestyling where progress definitely, I think, is harder to come by. To get, to get that visible progress, you have to work a lot harder and train harder than when you start off freestyling, because when you start off, stuff comes to you quite kind of quickly and there's lots of different things that you can learn, so your progress like kind of is like exponential up until a point where it kind of becomes like, we're talking like, for example, beating things like your no-touch record. If you have like a no-touch record of like 20 Mitch or something, it's going to take a lot longer for you to like get anything on top of that and so forth. Is that what you mean? I don't know what you mean by that, to be honest. Lathan Freestyle also asks, and what is the hardest trick in your opinion for lowers? Much easier question. For that, I'm going to say alternate scala around the world. I think that is really solid. Janos 1998, the surprise package of Super Bowl 2015, asks, who is your favourite freestyler and why? How am I going to answer that? Yeah, I think that's too hard to pick one. But for the sake of actually just giving you an answer, I guess I will say, I don't know, Luca Cervesio, great freestyler. His lowers ability is incredible. He's pioneering like lots of tricks in that. Style is bellissimo, and he's very knowledgeable about freestyle as well. I think he's got a lot of characteristics that make him like a good freestyler. Like the way he talks about like what's possible, what's not possible, insight into training and everything. Yeah, top boy. James Baber asks, why the hell are you wearing a Chelsea kit when you support Arsenal? There's a simple explanation behind that story, is that that photo was taken during a halftime performance for Swansea City versus Chelsea, and unfortunately I drew the short straw in having to wear the Chelsea kit and go freestyle by the Chelsea fans. Will Lua asks, what is your favourite 6-3 combo? If you mean what's my favourite one that I've ever done, then I still think it is Palais trick, alt Mitch no touch, alternate Magellan in. I was very chuffed with that one. Ella FS asks, dream combo / trick. I'd love to have my own trick, like that would just be sick. Maybe like just some kind of new free rev that hasn't been done yet. I know the chances of me getting that are very just next to impossible, but a dream combo. I'll tell you what, I've always really liked the look of Palais in, alt Mitch, alt homie Mitch no touch. Really nice concise 6-3. I'd be happy with that, to be honest. BN Freestyle asks, what's your favourite ever trick that you can do, and what trick would you like to do that you can't at the moment? That I can do, Palais around the world, definitely. And what would I, if you're asking me kind of like, if I could wake up one day and suddenly I've got the ability to do a trick, it would be J-Stall. Definitely. It would just it would save me a lot of time trying to learn that, and it would just be really cool to have that in your locker. Jackson Freestyle 88 asks, have you ever comboed Palais around the world? Are you planning to get it consistent? At this current moment in time, I still haven't comboed it, and yeah, I do plan on getting it consistent, hopefully. Only problem is though, is for some strange reason, it's usually one of those tricks actually that I'm limited to about 20 good attempts a session before it starts to injure me. It's really strange. I always feel a twinge on my standing leg if I overtrain it, so I've been kind of restricted in that sense. Gaza Jamza FS asks, favourite experience through freestyle? Oh, good question. I think I'm definitely going to have to say Super Bowl actually for that one. Super Bowl is just so good. It's just one of those things you need to kind of experience really. It's I've been to 2 Super Bowls now, loved both of them. It's so good just to kind of like, you know, meet the people that you kind of watch all the time and aspire to, and it just goes to show like how great the freestyle community is really. You meet these people who are effectively strangers, but you talk to each other as though you've known each other for years. It's amazing. And then from just like the competition itself, you come home and super motivated, always ill for some reason. Always get ill when I come home from Super Bowl, but after that, super motivated. Ash Freestyle asks, did you see it?
Did you see it?
KJE Darren asks, do you play normal football and what is the hardest trick you can do? Well, hardest trick I can do is Palais around the world, or maybe Jamie trick actually. It's quite a tough one, especially to get consistent.
Yeah, that chorus got the crowd screaming.
And do I play normal football? Nope, I don't. I've dabbled in 5-a-side a little bit, but I've never played like for an 11-a-side team, never even played a game of 11-a-side, or anything like that, just freestyle. So, thanks for watching guys. Thanks again to everyone who sent in questions as well. I'm sure I'll be doing more of these in the not too distant future. But more importantly, I hope that everyone has a very Merry Christmas tomorrow. If you're not celebrating Christmas, have a nice day anyway. Oh, and also, injury is gone now. So, with that being said, hopefully I can get a Steve's shoe review out very soon. So be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more. Guess that's about it really. Happy days. Merry Christmas.